Oh man, the markets crashed on Friday. The Dow down 1,008 points. We haven't seen that since 2020. Insane drop in the markets. Powell came out and said he's going to stay hawkish, rates staying high, and the markets come crashing down. For those of you who follow me on LinkedIn, I put a post out there on LinkedIn saying, watch Powell. If he says some certain words, this market will crash and burn. And sure enough, that's precisely what happened. You can find me on LinkedIn at Des, D-E-S, Woodruff, W-O-O-D-R-U-F-F. Follow me on LinkedIn if you would like. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. I've not ever shared my personal Instagram with anybody before. I'm going to do it now, Des_W_Woodruff. And that's it on Instagram. For you guys who are on Instagram, feel free to follow. But I want to show you guys what's happening in the markets right now and what we might be able to expect going into the future. So let's get into it. Looking at the monthly chart first, we still have 3 more trading days in the month. I'm looking at a line chart at this moment. 3 days to go. The month is not closed out yet. Anything can happen the last 3 days. And this is what I'm looking for on the S&P 500 is this. We're dropping on the monthly chart. But the question is, can we get above the 20-month moving average, that blue line? Can we get above it? And that trend line. In 3 days, if we can rally straight up and close above that, the markets could in fact go bullish still. I am watching that like a hawk. Diamonds, if you look at the diamonds, we're already above the trend line. We're not above the 20-month moving average yet. That we have to get above that in 3 days. Will we do that? Hard telling. NASDAQ. We're above the trend line, not above the 20-month moving average on the monthly chart. Can we get above that? Very important. Russell's 2000. We are above the trend line and almost above the 20-month moving average. That is great news. That's giving bulls a chance to go higher. If we break above this, the rest of the market should follow, and then we'll deal with these resistance lines if and when that happens. Financials. We need to get above. We broke that trend line, which I don't have plotted, but we need to get above this. So financials need to get above the 20-day, and everybody else, the Russells need to get, all the major indices have to get above that line. Now, I'm going to drop down to a weekly chart. The weekly chart has closed out, and what we want to do on the weekly chart is to say, can we find any sort of idea of what the markets may be doing? This is more bearish than is bullish because we broke a trend line on Friday. Friday, we broke a trend line on the S&P 500. That says our chances of the markets going bullish are probably not great. However, we're still above the 20-week moving average, but it is declining. It's declining. If we go below in the next 3 days, closing below this 20-week moving average, guys, so by next Friday, the last 3 days, if that happens, that is bad news. This thing will fall out of bed, down. We have support level coming here. I'm not sure that'll hold. It may just keep going down, hard telling, but it will be dropping, and it could be a nasty bloodbath. We have the MACD rolling over with a negative histogram. RSIs are hooking and heading southbound. This is bad news. We're breaking a support line on the weekly charts. Again, looking at the line chart, not the, I don't care at this moment on the candlesticks. Diamonds, weekly chart. We broke 2 major trend lines and the 20-week moving average, not good, bearish. NASDAQ broke a major trend line and at the 20-week moving average, but above a trend line. Let's see what happens right there if we can get buyers. But the MACD has crossed over. Big major hooks to the downside on the RSI. Russell's 2000 weekly chart hit its head at 2 major resistance point, come crashing back down. And we got a support line coming across and well above the declining 20-week moving average. And yeah, so this is really interesting that what we have here. So what's interesting, so I have volume, let's see, moving average. Okay, I'm looking at some other things there. So check this out. If we can stay above this trend line and this area, that'd be pretty bullish if we can stay above it. But we got to stay above that next 3 days. The next 3 days we actually break down below it, woe to the markets. Look for this to crash and burn. Financials are our only hope. What's going to happen here? Financials have already, did it cross the 20-week moving average? Let's zoom in. Oh, snap. Guys, the financials, XLF, this is the biggest ETF on banks. Biggest ETF on banks, okay? The XLF. I look at this, watch it like a hawk. Close below the 20-week moving average. That is no good. That's telling me it has a much better chance of dropping all the way down to this support line than heading higher for the next 3 days. Next 3 days, lot of importance for the monthly, because the monthly will set the tone for the weeklies. The weeklies will set the tones for the dailies. So, that's bad news. Bad news. Quick look at gold. Gold in a downtrend, but it's starting to look a little bullish to me, like it's trying to put in a bottom. Silver, it's trying to put in a bottom, guys. Gold and silver weekly charts are starting to put in a bottom. Be watching for a reversal to take place. I'm really early calling that. All right, now let's see on a daily what might be happening on the markets as a whole. I'm going lightning fast here, guys. Lightning fast. Lower swing highs. We're in the process of making lower swing lows. This is crashing and burning on the daily chart. The S&P 500 broke support line, multiple moving averages. Guys, this is going down. It has a much better chance of getting to this support line than going higher anytime soon. RSI is dropping, just a bad news on the MACD, big negative histogram tick. It's just bad news. Look for this to drop. I see nothing but weakness right now. Weakness. Matter of fact, if I go here to the daily chart, look at this monster drop. We had this symmetrical triangle, hit its head, and then come crashing back down on huge volume. Guys, that's the biggest tick to the downside that we have seen since 2020. 22 years it's been since we've seen a drop this significant. And one thing I know about recessionary pullbacks, we always get 1,000 point drops right before recessionary drop, okay, in the market. So this is significant. I see no hope for a bullish market going into the near future. Because when next time this year, we should be significantly lower than what we are now. Okay, that's just what I'm seeing here based off of living through two major, the 20 technology bubble pop. I was trading through that using technical analysis, and same thing in 2007. That's when I started seeing it, 2007, but 2008 is when everyone felt it. And then the Corona crash virus, or the Corona dive, and then we dealing with this one right here. So we all have this T-shirt. But if you want to do something cool, shout out to Noah Davison. Noah Davison is an old colleague of mine with Rich Dad Poor Dad. He used to be with a stock mentor, an award-winning stock mentor at Rich Dad Poor Dad. And we teamed up together. But he did a post that he shared on Facebook. I wish I had it here and I'd share it. But he showed a correlation between the 2008 market drop and the price action that we're seeing here. If I've taken the time, I would be showing you this. But it's similar. It's very similar. They correlate really nicely. And the question is, will it follow suit, and will we keep crashing down? Usually, there's not a lot of relevance to that sort of correlation, but it is eerily interesting. I'll say that. But just a shout out to you, my friend, and much respect to your for you and your technical analysis. So with that said, big drop, guys. Just you can't, let's go back to I'm going to go back to here to the line chart, quickly do this. I'm going to wrap this up with some strong stuff. If we go back here, open this up, go to the diamonds. Diamonds broke major support lines. Oh my goodness, look at this. Major support lines. I had a chance to rally and rally strong. It did not do that. We have support coming up. Look for major support right here at this area. If it doesn't hold that, woe to the markets. This dude will just go down. Okay, NASDAQ. Here's what I'm looking at on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I got this upper red line. It needs to get above that line for me to be interested in bullish again, okay? So as long as we stay below this trend line, very bearish in the markets. And this will drop a little bit and bounce, but as long as it stays below this line, I'm pretty bearish in the markets. Russell 2000, the same thing. Russell 2000, as long as it stays below this red line, I am bearish in this market. No way am I bullish. This is a shoulder, head, and shoulder. We got shoulder, head, and shoulders across the board. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. We broke these trend lines, necklines. So there it is. This is the financials XLF. Very important to me. As long as we stay below this red line, I'm bearish in the markets. Gold. Gold on the daily chart could be finding a bottom here. Silver on the daily chart could be finding a bottom. VIX, guys, VIX at the time of this video, we're up over 25. We're getting pretty bearish out there, guys. Long as we're above this red line on the VIX, I am bearish in the market. Bitcoin down, down, down. Long as we are below this this red line, I am bearish in the markets. I have to constantly tweak these things. They move my markets, but it looks like we're getting ready to go bullish. We could be putting in a bottom on Bitcoin and Ethereum. A bottom could be getting put in right now, boys and girls. You can share it. Anyway, I'm big into cryptocurrency. I speak on it. If you'd like me to speak to your group, happy to speak to your group on cryptocurrency. So the long and short of it is this, guys. I have, and listen, I'll speak. You pay for my flight there, hotel, and per diem. Make sure I have no expenses. Happy to speak to your group, and we can make that happen. I just ask that there's a good number of people there. Okay. Anyway, happy to do that. I do public speak, but Instagram, I'm opening up. If you want to see some of my personal life on who I am, my family, and just things, you want to be in on that, Des_W_Woodruff on Instagram. LinkedIn for those who are more professional and not so much on social media. You can find me at Des Woodruff, which is my name. Forever I've been going by D7, and that's what most people know me by. So anyway, hope this video is short and sweet. I packed as much information as I possibly could in a short amount of time, but here's what I'll leave you with, okay? The markets are toast. If you look at the last 9 months, out of the last 9 months, 8 of the months have been, pending home sales have been down, okay? 8 out of 10 the last month. Out of the last 12 months, we've only gone up 3 of the last 12 months in pending home sales. The markets are trash. From a year ago this time, pending home sales are down 19%. It lost even 1% from last month's drop. So markets are in turmoil. And we're starting to see a major slowdown economically across the board. Inflation continues to tick higher. GDP continues to tick lower. And it just is insanity to think that people still are trying to call this not a recession. Historically, it's always been 2 consecutive GDPs in negative territory is a recession. Now we have 3, okay? It's just, and you're saying it's still not a recession. That is insanity. But anyway, that's it. But the monthly chart, I'm going to remind you, do not let this be lost on you. The monthly chart has 3 more days. If it cannot get above and stay above, if it cannot do that, we're in trouble, okay? It is in dire, dire trouble. And the weeklies say the chances are slim that we're going to have a bullish 3 days, okay? The daily says expect some more downtime. I think the daily is saying we're pretty extended to the downside. Look for a bounce sometime soon. I just don't think it will happen in the next 3 days to show this market going bullish. Could be wrong, but everything is pointing pretty bearishly at this moment. If you like it, like it. If it's the first time you've watched this or a friend has shared this video with you, I've been trading in the live markets nearly 30 years using technical analysis. I'm an institutional trader now. I own hedge funds and own an education company that teaches people just 3 days out of 30 each month. We get together and we teach over Zoom. So they're professional traders teaching retail traders how to trade in the markets. And we call it mentoring. That's what we do. And so anyway, And a lot of people don't know this, but we hold your hand and stay by you really, really closely until you make all your tuition back. And matter of fact, our tuition's quite lower than all the competitors I used to work for back in the day. So they used to charge an average of $25,000. We do something sizably lower because we don't think that education should charge, because of that. But anyway, update. We have multiple algorithms for swing trading and day trading that we're getting ready to share with you guys. For those of you who are 401 Grok students, not the 301s, but the 401 students, we're giving that to you free of charge. You're not going to pay a dime for these algorithms. You are VIP in the Grok ecosystem. They are going to be free to you if you're a 401 student. 301s, you're going to get a great discount. Okay, if you're a student of ours, we're going to give it to you that at a price no one else can get. Okay, period. And everybody else, we're going to keep the prices down as low as possible for this trading algorithms. You're going to be able to use these algorithms. It's going to give you buy and sell signals on the ETFs and or the stocks that you choose to put those algorithms on. They are very powerful, and I'm excited to allow you guys to benefit from the things that I put a lot of years in time, energy, and money into to create. The best of the best ones I use for my own uses. These I'm putting out there because they are great algorithms that I would hate to just have sitting on the shelf somewhere. So I am thrilled to have you guys using them. And anyway, and then we're going to be teaching cryptocurrency in a big way. We're in a winter season. Crypto is going to bottom out here soon, and it's going to rally when it does. We want to be ready to rock and roll when that happens. So we're going to be teaching you all about it. We will have coaching and training for that, and we're building that out now. So there's your update. We'll have a new website probably launched anytime now. So keep checking back. That'll be fun. Take care, guys. Share with a friend. Sharing is caring. We'll see you. Bye.